Of all the things Olight makes, a AA battery charger is one I would have never expected. Now, don't get me wrong, AA batteries have tons of use cases, from your gaming controllers to your TV remotes, but how does it apply to tools? Well, I thought the same thing until I realized one of my favorite tools actually uses AA batteries, but let me show you. Yeah, let's take a casual stroll out to the work truck. And I think it's in this cabinet right here. Ah, yes, this guy. Now, some of you who already recognize this case already know where I'm going. Yes, my precious Snap-on Tech Angle, guess what? Uses AA batteries. And to be honest, it kind of sucks. I do store the AA's outside of the handle just to keep them from dying, but sitting out in the elements in my work truck makes them die anyways. I'm replacing these things pretty much every 3 times I use the torque wrench. Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's get this thing opened up and see what actually comes in the package. Starting with the first crack, you get, of course, the operator's manual. Behind it is going to be a bag that says it's for the storage of the used up or incompatible batteries. Then you're going to get a USB-C to C cable. Has this nice little cable tie attached to it. And of course, you get the Ostation X, which measures in at roughly 11 inches tall, 8 inches deep, and roughly 4 inches wide, which puts it at a pretty large device here. Oddly enough, though, what doesn't come included in the box is the actual power adapter, which by their website does say is included. It just comes in its own little box. So let's run you down what this thing can actually do. As far as AA or rechargeable AA batteries go, this thing is going to be available to charge NiMH or nickel metal hydride rechargeable batteries. And it does not matter which brand you use. You slide your door open, you drop them in the top. Now, it has some technology in it that makes it so that this thing detects the polarity. So you don't even have to pay attention to which way you drop them in. As long as you drop them in the top of this unit, it will automatically charge them and kick out the bad ones into this drawer. They say this is able to hold up to 7 rejected batteries and 32 fully charged batteries at a time in this bottom compartment here. Now, the top of the thing is actually detachable. You can pull that directly off, revealing the actual battery charger in the gray portion of the unit. Pop that back on there, and the bottom portion actually is detachable in a way too. It's just a little difficult. You have to kind of press on the bottom of that there, and this whole compartment slides out of the unit. Not sure what you would want to have that completely slide out of there. Maybe you got something jammed in there, but it is serviceable in its own right. Now, the door up top is to keep debris, dirt and debris out of this top compartment, because you don't want that stuff getting into the actual battery charger portion itself. But it has one button on it. You have rubber feet on the bottom. Little strange that we have like sort of studs here. Maybe this is able to be mounted to something, a stand or some sort. This thing is able to charge your batteries in 2 different modes. There's a standard mode, which by default is what it comes in and what it charges your battery. And it says it takes, I think it said 3-something hours, 3.5 hours, something like that, to charge in the standard mode. But if you use the app, you can switch it to fast charging mode, which will charge your rechargeable batteries in 2.5 hours. Now, you'll notice on the back that there is an additional USB-C important. That's so you can daisy chain these things together, because there is a AAA version of this same charger. So if you get the AAA version, you can use the same power brick, plug it into one side, then daisy chain with the other cord. Boom. Now you have both of your charger banks linked up together, and you won't even have to do anything. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this thing does have a built-in fan that will automatically click on when that is needed. Via the app, you can see which batteries are charging, the charge level of each battery, and it can see if a battery's been rejected. Now, the thing about it is that it doesn't, I don't think it rejects per battery. It's just per charge cycle. So if you put 4 batteries in here and you make sure you get the 4 batteries to drop down into the slots here, if one of those batteries are bad, you'll have to wait to the next charge cycle for it to reject that battery and put another one in it. You can see that type of information on the app, but there is no indicator on the device here which battery or how much charged each battery is, nor can you sort of interrupt the charging process aside from taking the entire lid off and actually interfering with the charging process down in here. I wouldn't actually recommend doing that. And if you were wondering, the one button on the front is to start the charging process. If you drop a battery in the top, after 20 seconds, it should turn on and start charging your batteries anyways. But you drop your batteries in, press the button, it should go off to the races. Now, this button has a little indicator around it. It's blue and it progresses to let you know if it's progressing through the charging cycle. And I believe it shows green or all the way blue when it's done charging, white when it's ready to accept batteries to drop into the top. And yeah, otherwise it'll show red down here when it's detected a bad battery. But this thing, I see this thing being pretty nice for those people who have a lot of rechargeable batteries laying around. So this is an all-in-one solution, right? This will help prevent those unsightly battery chargers hanging around, sticking around, plugged into your wall, sometimes for no reason. You know, you might only got X amount of rechargeable batteries. Like at this point, the price point of rechargeable batteries is actually coming down. Not in store, but if you go online, there's a lot of cheaper or lower cost rechargeable batteries. And this is one of those solutions that makes it clean, makes it simple, makes it nice. You drop your batteries in the top and you really get going. You can actually stack this up and fill it the top, and once it's done charging the first set of batteries, boom, it'll charge another set. So that's what's nice about this. It's all in one. Once it's done, it kicks out the bad ones and puts the good ones in the bottom, and they're ready for use. This is pretty decent. It has the rubber feet to keep it from sliding around, and you can put this thing in your cupboard, in your pantry, in a nice little storage area where it can be out of sight, but still at the handy. AA batteries or AAA, if you got that version, will be at the handy and ready when you need them. But that's it. That's all I have for you. The Olight Ostation X is available at the link in the description down below. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like, get subscribed, and consider checking out the support links also in the description down below. If you made it this far, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Me and the Ostation X will see you in the next one. Deuces. Or maybe not this thing, but I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.